Hello guys, and I'm here with a new video, and in this video we will be discussing about Flask database, and we'll be setting up a barebone database for this tutorial. So let's start off by the basic import, and create a instance of Flask. Then after that we'll create a uh, route, that is slash. So basically, I'm not going to return hello world, but I will return a render template that is going to be index.html. I have not yet created it. I'm going to create it now. So I'll create a new file. I'll save it as index.html. So I've already created a base.html. If you don't know what is base.html and Flask templating, please watch my previous tutorial. You will get an idea. So what I will do here is I will extend the Blaze template. I have a block title here, created a block title, so I'll specify the block title here. We'll keep it as page or something for now. After that, we'll create the block content. So block content is where our extended content lies. If you want more details on this, please go and watch my previous tutorial. I will create a div here, and I will create a h1. Let's see, content from X base, and have the content from base here. So now we'll run our server, which is python app.py, and I have not specified the app.run function here, and so I've called the function, and now we will start our server. So I will go here to localhost 5000. That is our default port. You can see that our server is set up and it's working fine. So to start with the database, you have to install Flask SQL Alchemy. To do that, you have to simply type pip install flask underscore SQL Alchemy. So this is the command for installing Flask SQL Alchemy. So I've already installed that. So what I will do here is I will import it from Flask underscore SQL Alchemy. I will import the SQL Alchemy class. And here in app.run, we have to set the debug for true as we are in a development environment, and it will help our work to do faster. So rerun the server, debug mode on, and see that all the imports have worked properly here. So after you are installed the SQL Alchemy and imported it in the script, what you have to install is DB browser for SQLite. This will be very helpful for viewing our database and for basically testing and adding dummy data. So you can click on whatever architecture your computer is and install it. It's also for Mac OS and Windows. So after you're done with that, I will open it. So opening now. You can see that it has opened and it looks something like this in the starting. You no need to worry about the interface. It's really simple. I will explain it. So after you have done this, we have to create the database. You have to create a new config. So configs are nothing but configurations for the Flask app that we have created. So we have to create a config called SQL Alchemy underscore database underscore URI. So basically this is the name of the database, and it has to be SQLite colon triple slash, and the name of the database for now we will keep it as database mydb uh, dot SQLite 3. SQLite 3 is the format of the database, and mydb is basically the name of the database. You can keep whatever you want here. So after you are done with this, you have to create a new instance of the SQL Alchemy class. So you can, I will name this as SQL equals SQL Alchemy, and you have to specify the app that we are using here. So I just created a new instance of SQL, and we'll be using this to create our database. So after you have done creating the instance, you have to basically initialize the database by saying SQL Alchemy dot create underscore all. So what we have done here is you have just created the database and set up the framework for working with databases. So after this is done, uh, you should see this warning or something like this about SQL Alchemy. Don't worry about this warning. It's nothing here. It means that your thing is working. So you can see that we have got a mydb.sqlite here in the Explorer, and you can also go ahead and click on this Open Database button, and you can go to where your database is stored. That is where your project is stored, and you can go there and then open it. So you can see that a database is open and it is completely empty here. You can see that there is no tables. So for this tutorial, you should be knowing the basics of database, how databases work, and very basic of that. So what we are going to do now is create a new table. So if you don't know what's a table, it's a collection of rows and columns used to store data. So in this series, we are going to create a user authentication system so that you'll be familiar with the databases and the read, update, and delete operations of SQLite 3 Flask. So I'll create a new database for users. We have to create it in the form of a Python class. I expect you to know about object-oriented programming as it will be helpful for this series. So I create a class users and I will extend it from SQL dot model. Then after that is done, we have to create our columns or the fields, basically the things that we are going to have in a database. So for every database, this is compulsory. You have to create an ID. It's a really good practice. So you have to say SQL dot column and the name of the column, that is ID, and you have to give a data type, that is SQL dot integer, and you have to specify the primary key as is an ID. What I've done here basically is create an ID column called ID, and I have set it to an column. So basically SQL.column means that we are creating a column and the name of the column is ID, and it is an SQL.integer data type. So if you're not familiar with SQL data types, I'll keep a link in the description where you can find various databases over here and what the databases mean, data types mean for the SQL Alchemy. So, so this how you create a column in SQL Alchemy. Then after that, we will create a username column equals SQL uh, dot column, and we'll name this as username, or you can say username, and SQL dot string. And for the string data type, as it's in the documentation, you have to give a size. The size is nothing but the number of characters. As it is a username, I'm giving a small number of it, and I have given the primary key because it is a unique key and ID is supposed to be unique every time. You will understand what is this later. So I'll create a email equals SQL dot column email, and I create a new SQL Alchemy SQL dot string, and string will be of 100. Then I will create um, something called the about user, and dot column out, and this will also be a string here. it will be of 500 because it's a description. And so we have created all these columns here. So a note here that the name of the reference, the referencing name, and the name of the column need not to be same. You can keep it different or you can keep it same depending on your requirements. After you have created all, specified all the column and created it, you have to create a def underscore init. That is the method. We are creating this method as it will be helpful while creating our database. Um, and when we are creating a new record or something, which will be helpful for us, you have to just say self dot username, username, self dot email equals email, self dot about user equals about user. So what I'm basically doing here is self dot about username refers to this thing here. So what it will do is when we are specifying this during initialization, when we are giving the variables over here, it will pass the value to this and this will in turn pass it to the database. So this is how it works. So after everything is done, just press save and you should see that it should be reloading by now, and you can see that it has reloaded, and we will wait here until this has come. Okay guys, so there was a small problem, and the problem is every time you create a new table, usually it will reload, but this time uh, I have reopened the database. You can see that we have a table called users, and it has the ID, username, email, and about columns. So we can go to browse data, and you can see that we have a Excel like thing with the username, ID, email, and about. So these are all the columns here, and every record that we give is a row. So you can click this here button here, insert a new record in the current table, and you can see that it has automatically given an ID of 1 because it is a primary key and it will automatically allot a number. So if I keep on creating, you can see that new number keeps on coming, and if I create a new record and set a custom number which is already there in this table, like say 3, which is already there, you can see that it is not allowing me because it is a primary key and it has to be unique, it is compulsory. So what I will do is I will delete all these records. uh, okay. Okay, so now I will delete all these records by pressing the delete button, and I will add a new username here and a email, and I will add an about Harish. So after you are added, you can add numerous records here. You can put a different name here, and you can also put a another record, and you can create n number of records here. And this is how database works. And after everything is done, you have to just click on this right changes. I've already clicked it. So you click this, everything will get saved. And I hope you have understood how databases work in Flask and have the basic knowledge of it. In the next tutorial, we'll be seeing how to read values and then show it on the web here, show it over here. I hope you like this video, and please do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.